So we're talking about John 14, and it's just a recap. Basically, the disciples know something's going on. The disciples are uh, kind of freaking out because Jesus keeps telling them that things are about to change, that he's going to leave, and um, he's trying to calm their fears. And it's kind of like a cross between like a dad leaving his kids, I'm not leaving you. Where are you going? What's going on? What's happening? And Jesus is trying to kind of, hey, it's gonna be okay. Mom's on his way. I'm just gonna step out for a second, but mom's coming. Because he says, I'm not leaving you orphaned. I'm gonna send you the Spirit of truth, which is female. It's the female side of God. And so it's kind of a funny, analogy. I look at it because, I got kids. And so, your kids think that they're being abandoned because you leave them somewhere. It's real common right now because I've got kids running, all over. And sometimes it's like, okay, dad's en route, but we got to take another kid, another spot. And every time they're better about it now, but the first few times it was like, what? Oh my God, where are you taking me? Are you not going to stay with me? It's like, listen, you can sit at a park for 3 minutes. Dad's coming. I can't be late for the doctor's appointment. Because your kid's like, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not like little kids, like they're almost grown. And, and so, you have to kind of like, it's going to be okay. You're just going to hang out at the park for just a second, or you're going to sit on this bench for just a minute. Dad's literally pulling in the parking lot. And our mom's pulling in the parking lot. And so, and that's kind of what Jesus is saying. Jesus is like, listen, I can't stay. I got to go, but don't wait. Just wait. It's gonna work out. I'm sending somebody. Somebody's gonna be here. Someone's gonna fill the gap. You will not be abandoned. You will not be alone. And that's the that tension between feeling abandoned, feeling isolated, and knowing that God has got it covered. And I think that we feel that way sometimes. We feel like we've been abandoned, or we can't hear God, or we can't see God, or we can't feel God's miracles. And yet God is always working for the good. If you're a good parent, you do that. You're always working towards your kids' best good. And I think God's a good parent. And you don't always understand as a kid. You don't understand what your parents were doing. You didn't understand the sacrifices they made. You didn't understand the plans and the things and the work that went into it. And so they have no idea. Um, I'm not here this Sunday because I'm taking my kids on a camping trip, and we're getting ready to head out in just a few minutes. And they had no idea. They just saw box after box after box. Like, where did this all come from? And I'm like, because I've been working on this for weeks to get all this together for you kids. They had no idea, and that's okay. We don't do it for the recognition. You do it because of love, and I think that is something that is like profound. Like it's really profound that when you cannot see God, when you cannot feel God, when you feel like you're alone and you're isolated and things aren't going your way, it doesn't mean God's not there. Um, it means that we're just not aware of what God is doing, and that God is always working because God loves us. God is love. And as bad as it is, or as difficult as things get, as trouble hits, or sickness, or illness, or just life is hard. Life is so hard. That God is there. I was talking with a couple friends this week, and they were lamenting. They were just one friend of mine. His dad's had a stroke, and this is his second one, and he's an assistant. He's in a nursing facility. He's in the hospital now, but was in a nursing facility, and he wants to come home, and he can't. And another guy is fighting a lawsuit with a contractor that says they owe money, but they never finished the contract, and they've been fighting for the last 2 years about it. And then another guy had another problem, and we were just talking, and it's like, it's just life is hard. It doesn't ever get easy, and you try to say, hey, take care of yourself, pray, do your things you got to do. But there's just times we just feel worn down. You just feel beat down. You just feel like, wait a minute, where's my touchstone? Where is my thing that's going to keep me grounded? Where is that thing that's going to, because it feels really topsy-turvy. It feels like, oh my God, the world's on fire. My hair's on fire. I'm running every minute. What's going to happen? Who's in charge? Is there going to be enough? It doesn't feel like there's going to be enough. So I get the disciples. I get why they kind of freak out. Where are you going? What's going on? What do you mean? I can't be, we just got this thing rolling. This is three, I mean, you think about it. We have 4 books about Jesus' life, and it's only a 3-year period. 3 years is nothing. It's just 3 years. It's like 3.5 years tops. And so, like, if you're getting anything off the ground, 3 years is just starting. And, they're rightly anxious. And I think that is really natural for us. But that Jesus' words are there to calm our fears, to help us out, to say, hey, listen, it's not as bad as you think it is. And it's going to be okay. And we're going to get through this because I'm here. And I may have to step out for a second, but I'm going to make sure you're taken care of. I'm going to send somebody. I'm going to send mom. Mom's going to take care of it. Don't worry. Mom's really great at multitasking. And, that's what Jesus does. And so, as you go this week, as you think about your life, as you run around, there are going to be days, whole days, you don't even think about God. And that's okay. Just like when you were a kid, there were whole days you really didn't think about your parents. You didn't think of what they were doing. You were busy doing your own life, going to school, doing this, working a job. You didn't think about it. There's whole days you won't think about it. But in those moments when you have that kind of aha, that kind of, oh, I don't think about it, take a moment and realize that the air that we breathe, the sunshine that shines, the birds and the spring and flowers and all is there. God made it all. God doesn't need any of it. God doesn't need any of this. God made all of it for us. All of it. 100%. Every bit of it. All the good, all the bad we create, that's fine. God is all in it to try to make good for us. Even when we don't understand, even when it seems confusing, even when it's difficult, that's not God's plan. God's plan is that you might have a life and a life more abundant and free. And that abundance isn't just monetarily. That abundance is the abundance of spirit, the abundance of love, the abundance of kindness, the abundance of care. I've been kind of hitting at this last few weeks about how we need to do more and search for God, and those are all true things. But sometimes we just need to know that God loves us just the way we are. That God loves us and is always working for us, even when we don't feel it, even when we feel lost, even when things are hard. Because life is hard. Life is just hard sometimes. And you search for those good moments. You search for those moments of clarity and kindness and light. But when we don't feel it, if we just took a moment and realized that the Spirit of truth is with us, that God has provided, that Pentecost did happen, which we'll get to. It's foreshadowing of that. And that God is love. All right. Have a good week. I care about you guys. Bye.